All right, so you've got this interview coming up for a wholesale merchant in pharmaceutical goods position.
Okay.
How are you feeling about it? Nervous.
I would be.
Yeah, a little nervous. That's totally understandable.
Yeah.
But you know what? By the end of this deep dive,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to walk into that interview feeling like you've got this.
Yeah, I like that.
We are going to break down those tricky interview questions.
Okay.
Give you the inside scoop on what those interviewers are really looking for, and show you how RoleCatcher can help you tailor your answers like a paraph.
Great.
You sent us some awesome resources. The career guide, the interview guide.
Okay.
Even some info on RoleCatcher's AI platform.
Nice.
We've got a lot to unpack.
It's all about strategy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just about knowing the pharmaceutical industry. It's about knowing how to showcase your skills and experience in a way that makes those interviewers sit up and take notice.
Exactly. And one thing that really jumped out at me from the career guide is that over 59% of wholesale merchants say active listening and reading comprehension
Oh, wow.
are crucial skills.
Okay.
Now, you might be thinking, well, duh, who doesn't need those?
Right.
But here's the thing. In this role, those skills are your secret weapon.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Okay.
You're negotiating with suppliers,
Right.
building relationships with clients, reading those dense contracts, and staying up to date
Oh, my gosh.
on all those ever-changing regulations.
Yes.
If you're not a good listener and a quick study, you're going to have a tough time.
For sure. Okay, so before we get to those interview questions, let's set the stage.
Right.
What exactly does a wholesale merchant do? I mean, we all know it's about pharmaceuticals, but what's the day-to-day look like?
So at its core, it's about connecting the dots. You're the bridge between pharmaceutical companies who make the medications
Right.
and the hospitals, pharmacies, and healthcare providers who need them.
Okay.
You're finding the buyers, you're vetting the suppliers, you're negotiating prices and contracts,
Right.
and you're making sure those life-saving medications get where they need to go.
So it's like a giant puzzle.
Yeah.
But instead of pieces,
Right.
you're dealing with millions of dollars worth of medications and people's health.
Oh, yeah.
No pressure, right?
Right. And the career guide outlines the different stages of this career, entry-level, junior, and mid-level.
Okay.
Each stage comes with more responsibility, but it also gives you the chance to make a real impact.
Speaking of impact, let's talk about how to make a good impression in that interview.
All right.
The career guide has a section called Interview Prep. Questions to expect.
Okay.
And we're going to tackle each one.
Let's do it.
Let's start with a classic. Can you tell me about your experience in the pharmaceutical industry?
Okay.
Now, I know some of you might be thinking, wait, what if I don't have any direct experience?
That's a great question, and a lot of people find themselves in that position.
Yeah.
What's important here is to focus on transferable skills.
Okay.
Have you worked in a role where you had to negotiate contracts, manage inventory,
Right.
analyze data, or build relationships with clients?
Yeah.
Those are all valuable skills that translate to this industry.
And you know what can really help you showcase those skills?
What's that?
RoleCatcher's AI-powered CV resume builder.
Oh, nice.
It analyzes the specific job description
Okay.
and helps you highlight the most relevant experiences in a way that resonates with the hiring manager.
It's like having a personal career coach.
Yeah.
Helping you craft the perfect resume.
And speaking of coaching,
Yes.
RoleCatcher also has an amazing interview practice tool.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that thing is a game changer.
I bet.
Imagine getting personalized feedback on your interview responses
Wow.
from an AI that has analyzed thousands of successful candidates.
That's incredible.
Pretty amazing, right?
Totally. Okay, let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
How do you stay up to date on industry trends and regulations?
Ooh, now I used to stumble on this one.
Uh-huh.
I just say, oh, I read industry news,
Yeah.
which, let's be honest, sounds pretty generic.
Right. What's important here is to be specific.
Don't-
Mention actual publications, websites, or professional organizations you follow.
Right.
Maybe you attended a recent industry conference or webinar.
Oh,
The key is to show that you're actively engaged in learning
right.
and staying informed.
So instead of just saying, I read industry news,
Yeah.
I could say, I subscribe to Fierce Pharma and regularly attend webinars hosted by the Healthcare Distribution Alliance.
Exactly. That shows you've done your homework.
Right.
And you're genuinely invested in this field.
Yeah.
Plus, interviewers love it when you can drop those specific names and organizations.
Oh, for sure.
It shows you're in the know.
Okay, next up is a question that can really make you sweat. Can you describe your experience with negotiating contracts with suppliers?
Right.
This one always makes me think of those intense negotiation scenes in movies.
Right.
But hopefully it's a little less dramatic in real life.
Hopefully, but it's still a crucial skill.
Yeah.
For a wholesale merchant, you're going to be negotiating prices, delivery schedules, payment terms, the whole 9 yards.
So how do you answer this question effectively? I mean, should I brag about how I always get the best deals?
Well, confidence is important.
Okay.
But it's also about showcasing your strategy and your ability to build relationships instead of just focusing on winning.
Okay.
Talk about how you approach negotiations as a collaborative process. Highlight your ability to listen to the supplier's needs.
Okay.
Find common ground and reach a mutually beneficial agreement.
You know what would be really helpful here?
What's that?
RoleCatcher's AI-powered contract analysis tool. I mean, imagine being able to upload a sample contract.
Okay.
And get instant feedback on potential pitfalls and areas for improvement.
That would be a game changer. And speaking of game changers, let's move on to question 4.
Okay.
How do you manage inventory levels to ensure adequate supply while minimizing excess inventory?
Ooh. This one is all about balance, right?
It is.
You need enough inventory to meet demand, but you don't want to have a warehouse full of expired medications.
Right, exactly. It's a delicate dance.
Yeah.
And interviewers want to see that you understand
Okay.
the complexities of inventory management in the pharmaceutical industry.
So what are they really looking for in an answer?
They want to hear about specific techniques you've used to track inventory levels, forecast demand, and optimize stock levels. Maybe you've implemented a new inventory management system, or you have a proven method for analyzing sales data to predict future needs.
And this is where those analytical skills and that critical thinking from the functions and core abilities section of the career guide come into play, right?
Absolutely. They're not just looking for someone who can follow a checklist. They're looking for someone who can think strategically, solve problems, and make informed decisions based on data.
Okay, time for a personal question.
All right.
Can you describe a time when you had to resolve a conflict with a supplier or customer?
Ooh. Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is a classic behavioral interview question.
Yes.
And it's designed to assess your interpersonal skills and your ability to handle difficult situations.
I remember one time I completely botched this question in an interview.
Uh-oh.
I told a story that made me sound like I was blaming everyone else for the problem.
Okay.
Not exactly a winning strategy.
That's a great example of what not to do.
Yeah.
The key here is to choose a situation where you successfully resolved a conflict and showcase your communication skills, your ability to listen and understand different perspectives, and your willingness to find a solution that works for everyone involved.
So it's not about winning or losing.
Right.
It's about finding a resolution that preserves those relationships.
Exactly. And you know what can really help you practice telling those stories?
What's that?
In a compelling way.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's AI interview coach.
Okay.
It can analyze your responses, give you feedback on your tone and delivery, and help you craft a narrative that highlights your strengths.
That sounds incredibly helpful. Okay, let's move on to question 6.
Okay.
How do you prioritize your workload when you have multiple tasks to complete?
All right.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm constantly juggling a million things.
Oh, yeah.
How do you even begin to answer this one?
It's all about having a system.
Okay.
Interviewers want to see that you can handle those competing demands and still deliver results. Talk about the methods you use to prioritize tasks. Maybe you use a to-do list.
Project management system? Or specific prioritization technique?
Okay, so I could say something like, I use the Eisenhower matrix to categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. This helps me focus on the most critical tasks first and delegate or defer less urgent items.
Perfect. And be sure to connect your process back to the specific demands of the wholesale merchant role. How would you prioritize a rush order from a hospital versus a routine inventory check?
Okay. I'm starting to see how important it is to connect those dots and really showcase my thought process.
Exactly. It's not just about having the right answers.
Okay.
It's about demonstrating your ability to think critically and apply your skills to real-world situations.
All right. Let's tackle question 7.
Okay.
How do you handle a situation where a supplier is unable to meet a critical deadline? Ooh, this one gives me anxiety just thinking about it.
It's a tough one for sure. Yeah.
But it's a scenario that's bound to happen at some point.
Right.
So interviewers want to see how you handle pressure and problem solve under stress.
So what's the best way to approach this question?
First, don't panic.
Okay.
Instead, take a deep breath and outline a clear plan of action.
Right.
What steps would you take to assess the situation?
Okay.
Who would you need to communicate with?
Right.
What alternative solutions would you explore?
This is where having a deep understanding
Yes.
of the pharmaceutical supply chain comes in handy, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, if you know the industry well, you might already have backup suppliers in mind or be aware of alternative sourcing options.
And this is where RoleCatcher's supplier database could be a lifesaver.
Whoa, that's right.
Imagine being able to instantly pull up alternative suppliers. During the interview, talk about being prepared.
Exactly. It's like having an ace up your sleeve.
It is.
Plus, it shows the interviewer you're resourceful and proactive.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to question 8, which is all about compliance.
All right.
How do you ensure compliance with regulatory requirements in the pharmaceutical industry?
Now, this one can feel intimidating.
I can see that.
Especially if you're new to the field.
Yeah.
There are so many rules and regulations to keep track of.
But it's a crucial aspect of the role.
Right.
And interviewers want to see that you understand the gravity of it.
Yeah.
The pharmaceutical industry is heavily regulated, and for good reason, patient safety is paramount.
Okay, so how do I demonstrate that I take compliance seriously?
Start by familiarizing yourself with good distribution practices.
Okay.
GDP.
Okay.
Think of GDP as the rule book for keeping medications safe and effective from the factory to the patient.
Okay.
Everything needs to be documented and tracked.
Yeah, interviewers want to know I'll follow the rules.
They do. Be prepared to discuss specific examples of how you've implemented GDP guidelines in your previous roles.
And if I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by all the regulations, I can always turn to RoleCatcher, right?
Absolutely.
They have a ton of resources on this topic, including a dedicated section on compliance in their career guide.
It's worth spending some time on their platform, exploring those resources, and maybe even practicing some mock interview questions related to compliance. Using their AI interview practice tool, you've got this.
Right. Let's wrap up this section with question 9.
Okay.
Could you describe a time when you implemented a new process or system to improve efficiency?
All right.
Now, this is my chance to shine.
Yes.
As a problem solver and an innovator.
Exactly. Yeah. It's all about showcasing your initiative, your analytical skills, and your ability to think outside the box.
Right.
Interviewers love to see candidates who are proactive and always looking for ways to make things better.
So what kind of example should I choose?
Choose an example that highlights your understanding of the wholesale merchant role and the challenges this industry faces.
Right.
Maybe you implemented a new inventory tracking system that reduced waste.
Okay.
Streamline the order fulfillment process to improve delivery times, or found a creative way to cut costs without compromising quality.
And don't forget to quantify those results.
Yes. Numbers speak volumes.
Yeah. Did you save the company money? Did you increase customer satisfaction? Did you reduce errors?
Right.
Those are the details that really make an impact.
Absolutely. And you know what can help you highlight those accomplishments?
Okay.
In a way that grabs the attention of potential employers.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's AI-powered CV resume builder.
All right.
It can help you frame your experiences in a way that showcases your impact and value.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, but there's still so much more to unpack.
I know, right?
When we come back, we'll dive even deeper into those tricky interview questions.
Okay.
Explore more of RoleCatcher's amazing tools and give you even more strategies to ace that interview.
Yeah, wait.
Stay tuned.
All right. Welcome back. I hope you're feeling energized and ready to tackle the rest of these interview questions.
I am.
Remember, we're not just giving you answers.
Right.
We're helping you understand the why behind each question.
Okay.
Once you grasp that, you'll be able to answer anything they throw at you.
I like that.
Yeah.
We're giving you the tools to not just survive the interview,
right,
but to absolutely thrive.
I love that.
So where were we? Oh, yes, question 6.
Okay.
How do you prioritize your workload when you have multiple tasks to complete? This question always takes me back to my first job out of college.
Oh, yeah?
I was so overwhelmed, I felt like I was drowning in to-do lists.
It's a common feeling,
Yeah.
especially in a fast-paced role like wholesale merchant.
Right.
That's why having a clear system for prioritization is so crucial.
Okay.
Think back to those core abilities we discussed earlier. Critical thinking, problem solving, those are your life rafts in a sea of tasks.
So it's not just about listing all the things you do.
Right.
It's about showing how you think.
Exactly. Imagine the interviewer throws this at you. Okay. You've got a rush order from a hospital for a life-saving medication.
Okay.
But you also need to finalize a contract with a new supplier and prepare a sales report for your manager.
Oh my gosh.
How do you prioritize?
Okay.
What are your first steps?
Okay. Well, the hospital order is obviously time sensitive. I'd probably assess the urgency of the medication.
Okay.
Is it something they need immediately or can it wait a few hours?
Right.
Then I'd see if I can delegate the sales report or get an extension on the deadline.
Excellent. See how you're already demonstrating those problem-solving skills?
Okay.
You're not just saying, I do the hospital order first.
Right.
You're breaking down your thought process, which is exactly what interviewers want to hear.
That makes so much sense.
It does.
RoleCatcher's AI interview practice tool would be so helpful for practicing these kinds of scenarios.
Yeah, I bet.
Imagine being able to walk through a situation like that and get instant feedback on how you handled it.
It's an invaluable resource for honing those critical thinking skills.
Right.
And building your confidence.
Yeah. Okay. Ready for question 7?
I am. Bring it on.
This one's a real curveball.
Okay.
How do you handle a situation where a supplier is unable to meet a critical deadline?
Oh, boy.
Talk about a stressful scenario.
I can only imagine.
Oh, man. I can feel my palms getting sweaty just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I once had this happen in a previous job, and I totally froze up.
Oh, no.
It did not go well.
It's a high-pressure situation, no doubt.
Yeah.
But remember, interviewers aren't looking for perfection. They're looking for resilience.
Okay.
How do you bounce back from a setback?
Okay, so the interview guide says to focus on proactive solutions.
Right.
So instead of panicking, I'd first try to understand the reason for the delay. Is it something temporary or a larger issue?
Exactly. And then start brainstorming solutions.
Okay.
Can you expedite shipping?
Right.
Find a temporary substitute from another supplier. This is where that deep knowledge of the industry comes in handy.
Yeah.
If you've been doing your research, you might already have a backup plan.
And this is where RoleCatcher's supplier database could be a lifesaver.
You got it?
Imagine being able to instantly pull up alternative suppliers during the interview. Talk about being prepared.
Exactly. It's like having an ace up your sleeve.
Yeah.
Plus, it shows the interviewer you're resourceful and proactive.
Okay, let's move on to question 8.
All right.
How do you ensure compliance with regulatory requirements in the pharmaceutical industry?
Okay.
Now, compliance can seem like a dry topic, but it's absolutely essential in this field.
Yes.
We're talking about people's health and safety.
Right. No room for error.
The interview guide really emphasized knowing good distribution practices, or GDP. Can you break that down for us?
Think of GDP as the set of rules that ensure medications stay safe and effective throughout the entire supply chain, from the moment they leave the manufacturing facility to they reach the patient. Everything needs to be documented and tracked.
So interviewers want to know, I understand these regulations.
Yes.
And that I'm not going to cut corners, right?
Exactly. Share examples of how you've implemented GDP guidelines in your previous roles. Have you ever caught a discrepancy in a shipment or noticed a potential temperature violation? Talk about how you handled it and what steps you took to ensure compliance.
And if I haven't worked in the pharmaceutical industry before, how can I demonstrate that I understand the importance of compliance?
Well, every industry has regulations.
Right.
Talk about a time when you went above and beyond to ensure compliance in a previous role.
Okay.
Maybe you implemented a new safety protocol or developed a training program for your team.
Right.
The key is to show that you understand the importance of following procedures and maintaining high standards.
You know, it's times like this. I wish I had RoleCatcher's AI by my side.
Yeah.
Whispering the perfect answer in my ear.
Well, their AI interview practice tool can't exactly whisper in your ear during the interview.
Right.
But it can definitely help you craft those perfect answers beforehand.
Okay.
You can practice responding to these compliance-related questions and get personalized feedback on your content delivery and even your body language.
All right, let's tackle the final question in this set.
Okay.
Can you describe a time when you implemented a new process or system to improve efficiency?
All right.
This is where I get to show off my innovative side, right?
Exactly. This is your chance to shine as a problem solver.
Okay.
Choose an example that highlights your analytical skills and your ability to identify areas for improvement.
Okay, so let's say I implemented a new inventory tracking system. That reduced waste and saved the company money.
Okay.
Should I go into all the technical details of the system?
You can certainly mention some key details,
Okay.
but the focus should be on the impact of your innovation.
Right.
How did it improve efficiency?
Okay.
Did it save the company money?
Mm-hmm.
Did it streamline a process?
Right.
Quantify your results whenever possible?
So instead of just saying I implemented a new inventory tracking system, I could say something like, I noticed that our previous inventory system was leading to a lot of waste and inefficiencies.
Okay.
So I implemented a new system that used barcode scanning and real-time data tracking.
All right.
This reduced waste by 15% and saved the company $10,000 per year.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
That's a powerful statement that showcases your initiative, your problem-solving skills, and your ability to deliver tangible results.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but I'm already feeling more confident about those interview questions.
I'm glad to hear that.
But you know what?
What's that?
There's one more area I want to explore before we wrap things up.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about technical skills and industry knowledge.
Right.
But what about those soft skills? You know, the ones that can really make or break an interview.
The soft skills.
Yeah.
Those often overlooked but absolutely essential qualities that make you a great teammate, a strong leader, and an all-around awesome employee.
Right.
Things like communication, active listening, empathy, problem solving, and teamwork.
And these are especially important in a role like wholesale merchant.
Absolutely.
Where you're constantly interacting with suppliers, clients, and colleagues.
Think about it.
Yeah.
You're negotiating contracts, resolving conflicts, building relationships, and sometimes even delivering bad news.
Oh, yeah.
All of these require strong interpersonal skills.
Okay, so how do you showcase those soft skills in an interview?
Right.
It's not like you can just list them on your resume and call it a day.
That's right. You need to demonstrate them. Through your answers and your interactions with the interviewer, make eye contact, listen attentively, ask thoughtful questions, and be enthusiastic and engaging.
Right.
Show them you're not just a robot spitting out facts. You're a human being with a genuine interest in the role and the company.
So it's about being authentic and letting my personality shine through?
It is.
But what if I'm not naturally the most outgoing or charismatic person?
Well, that's where practice comes in.
Right.
And guess what can help you practice those soft skills?
What's that?
And get personalized feedback on your delivery.
RoleCatcher's AI interview coach. You read my mind.
It's like having a virtual coach who can help you refine your communication style, polish your responses, and boost your confidence.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how RoleCatcher's AI can help me with every aspect of interview preparation.
Exactly. It's your secret weapon.
Yeah.
For tackling those tough questions, showcasing your skills, and presenting your best self.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
But there's still one more piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
Using RoleCatcher's AI to tailor your answers and get that personalized feedback. We'll be back after a quick break to explore that in detail.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so we're back.
We are back.
And are ready to unlock the full potential of RoleCatcher's AI.
I'm so excited for this because we've talked about how their platform can help you prepare for those tough interview questions.
Right.
But now, let's get specific.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about how RoleCatcher can help you tailor your answers and get that personalized feedback. That can make all the difference.
Absolutely. This is where preparation meets personalization.
Okay, cool.
We've discussed the importance of a strong resume.
Right.
It's your first impression. And RoleCatcher's AI-powered CV resume builder can help you make sure it's a memorable one.
This isn't just about plugging in keywords, right?
No.
We're talking about real AI that understands the nuances of the role and the industry.
Absolutely. It goes beyond simple keyword matching.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI analyzes the specific job description you're targeting.
Right.
And helps you highlight the most relevant skills and experience
Yeah.
in a way that resonates with the hiring manager.
So it's like having a personal brand strategist.
Yeah.
Helping you craft the perfect resume.
Right.
Highlighting those key accomplishments and experiences that really make you stand out.
Precisely. And once you've landed that interview,
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI-powered interview practice tool can help you prepare for those tricky questions.
Right.
It's like having a mock interview with an expert who can analyze your responses,
Right.
pinpoint areas for improvement, and provide personalized feedback.
Okay, so you mentioned personalized feedback.
Yeah.
What does that actually look like? Yeah.
Imagine this. You've just finished practicing your answer to the question. Tell me about a time you had to resolve a conflict with a supplier.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI analyzes your response and provides specific feedback on things like your tone clarity and the content of your answer.
Okay.
It might suggest using stronger verbs, quantifying your results, or even reframing the story to highlight your problem-solving skills.
Wow, that's incredibly detailed.
It is.
It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket, available 24/7.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is that you can practice as much as you need to and until you feel completely confident and prepared.
Right.
Remember, practice makes perfect.
Yes.
And RoleCatcher's AI is there to guide you every step of the way.
You know, we've talked about how important those soft skills are.
Right.
Communication, active listening, persuasion. Can RoleCatcher's AI actually help me improve those as well?
Believe it or not, it can. RoleCatcher's AI can pick up on subtle cues.
Oh, wow.
In your voice and tone, suggesting ways to improve your delivery and make your communication more impactful.
So it's not just about what I say, it's about how I say it.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between confidence and authenticity. And RoleCatcher's AI can help you find your voice and project that authentic confidence that interviewers are looking for.
This is all starting to sound like a dream come true.
I know, right?
I mean, I can practice those tough interview questions, get personalized feedback, and even improve my soft skills, all with the help of AI.
It's a game changer, no doubt about it.
That's incredible.
And the more you practice with RoleCatcher's AI, the more natural and confident you'll become. You'll walk into that interview feeling prepared, self-assured, and ready to impress.
So to all you future wholesale merchant masters out there, we've given you the roadmap to ace that interview. We've broken down those tricky questions, shared insights from the career guide, and explored the incredible power of RoleCatcher's AI tools.
Absolutely.
Remember, preparation is key.
It is.
Combine the knowledge you've gained today with the resources available on RoleCatcher. And you'll be well on your way to landing that dream job.
Absolutely.
Don't forget those soft skills. Let your personality shine through. Showcase your passion for the pharmaceutical industry. And show those interviewers that you're not just a candidate, you're a future leader.
You got it.
We're so excited for you, and we can't wait to hear about your success.
Me too. Good luck.
So go out there and crush it. And don't forget to check out RoleCatcher. Their platform is an invaluable resource that can make all the difference in your job search journey.
For sure.
Good luck.